Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. I'm here to do a collective read for you. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyway. So the way to know if this is your reading is by the description of the characters as well as the storyline. So take what applies, toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit. If it does not, it is not advisable. They're general readings, okay? There's thousands of people here. It's not personal. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're watching general reads, okay? I'll bring out the tarot cards. I'll give you the description of the cards as well as what I'm picking up intuitively. You know your story best. It could be all the cards, some one end or none, and then we bring it together at the end. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love and support and your well wishes. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for your suggestions. Just the fact that you care. Very thoughtful messages I got from a few of you last night. I am truly, truly grateful. Thank you. I love you guys so very much. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe. I would be truly grateful if you did. For those who have, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're the best. You're the best. Let's see where we're going to go with this reading. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm feeling tired right now, so I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm still not 100%. I did some running around today. I went shopping. I'm exhausted. You know how when you're just bouncing back from an illness, everything seems to take longer. You know what I mean? Everything's slow-mo, so it took me extra long to get things done. But now I've got them done. I'm going to do a reading. Hopefully I can do it extended. We'll see. I don't want to forget my members, my lovely family. We'll see how this goes, okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience, too. Okay, where are we going with this? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, white light, past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. Overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, divine feminine. She keeps popping up. Male or female. Males could be in this energy. But, yeah, divine feminine. Yin feminine energy. We have both feminine and masculine energies, okay? The trick is to balance the two. Use our feminine energies for various things. Use our masculine energies for various things and keep it, balanced. Underlying energy. This could be you, could be somebody you're dealing with. Only you. Devoted, attached, crave. Silence. Frozen, no words, stonewall. Hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. Somebody's trying to manifest you back in. Or maybe somebody you don't know. It could be, it could be a past life soulmate, Maybe you haven't met this person, maybe you have. I don't know. It could go either way. Silence. Chances are you do know this person. They want to get back into your energy. Somebody's perspective has changed. Better off, happiness, clear head and space. That could be you, or place yourself in whatever role you fit in here. But maybe you broke up with this person and you're in a better headspace. Your life is better. There's no more stress, no more strife. Somebody wants to confess something to you. Maybe they've changed their perspective. They see you for who you truly are now. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Somebody was lusting. Okay, maybe they cheated on you. Forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy. They're full of sorrow right now. They're regretting something. Loss, grief, and depression. Someone's spying. Social network information and ways. Something to do with the influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. So somebody cheated. And there's a lot of confusion still yet again about about a foundation. Uncertain, unclear, and unsure about their own foundations, established family and security. Somebody's been rejected, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear, broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. And they want to make a return. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. Now, the first read was about, exactly, divine masculine, divine feminine. Somebody was impersonating a divine feminine, doppelganger, tried to hurt the divine feminine. Divine feminine was cheated on by her divine masculine. It could be male or female, place the world where it belongs. Divine masculine's wondering why their life is going to shit because, you're supposed to be with your divine partner. Everything goes grand afterwards, right? You start elevating together, growing together, building together. Everything's going to shit. So it turns out the karmic's sleeping around. The karmic's playing games. The karmic's sleeping. They just wanted the divine masculine for stability, wanted the divine feminine's destiny and spiritual inheritance. It sounds like this person's forever meant to be a karmic, if you know what I'm saying. And they're freaking out right now. Threatening to unalive themselves, playing mind games with the divine masculine's head. Let's take it for whatever it is, okay? Remember, it could be all these cards, some, and one or none. So you don't have to take every card on as part of your storyline. If it does not resonate, you're not familiar with it, you've never heard of it before, that means it's somebody else's. It's not yours. Leave it alone. It's only going to bring in more drama, strife, and hardship should you take on other people's problems. Past life. Where are we going with the past life? Hidden agenda. Told you. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. Chameleon. Masking themselves as divine feminine. Yeah. It's the problem. They're having a problem with this because this person's not authentic. They're trying to be you. They're trying to be someone else. You, on the other hand, are authentic. Well, will the real Slim Shady stand up? Will the real divine feminine stand up? The divine masculine now knows who the real one is. Showing true self courageously. Unexpected news, unbelievable news will shatter your expectations. Shared experiences deepen the bond between you and others. Protective shell. You or someone else. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. There's something to do with a new alliance here. New alliances will bring you support and opportunities. So maybe this is how it started. Got into a love triangle after everything that was said and done. A hidden emotional entanglement is present. Or this is already the past. You've moved on. They want to come back in. They now know the truth. One of the karmic's cheating on them. Now they're in a third-party situation. They now know what it feels like. Somebody wants to confess. Someone's about to confess their true feelings to you. Yeah, you're getting the real story here. I think you already know the real story. Now they're getting the real story. Who's the real Slim Shady, like I said. The true story will come to light. Now they want to bridge difference. They want to bridge the differences between you. There could be a lot of differences. Cultural differences bring both challenges and growth. You trusted the process. Now they're going to be forced to trust the process, okay? Trust the process of the relationship. Don't rush for answers. Unless you didn't fight for this person. You had self-respect. You knew they took advantage of you. They lied. They cheated. Whatever this was. It hurt. And you knew you're not going to you're not going to do yourself a favor by sitting there and wallowing and chasing after somebody that's running away from you. Doesn't want to be with you. They'd rather be with a karmic. What's that say about them? Do you understand what I'm saying? The best thing to do is to heal, to process your emotions, to heal, move forward. Always move forward. Don't stagnate. Don't go back. Spill the beans. Someone is about to reveal everything. No holds barred. For some of you, if not all, I'm really picking up you couldn't care less. Maybe this is blowing the divine masculine's mind. Well, why don't they want me back? They're supposed to be my person, blah, 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 blah. Wow. You had enough of their F shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about self-love. It's a tough lesson to learn because some people are programmed to put up with these divine beings bullshit and sit at home, wait for them, and, just forgive them of everything, let them get away with it. That's not what divine love is all about. It has nothing to do with loins, sleeping around. It has nothing to do with being a power couple like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Nothing like that. Wearing designer name brands and driving Lambos. No. Okay? That's superficial shit. Temporary shit. Doesn't matter. There's more to it than this. And a lot of people don't want to admit to that. They don't want to hear that. It's about self-respect. It's about not selling yourself out short. It's about being obedient to God and allowing God to handle it. Past life, hidden agenda. Yeah, it's too many affairs, though. It's obvious somebody's had an affair. Past life, hidden agenda. Where are we going with this, please? They're for the streets, or a lot of talk in the streets right now. Circulation, sports, and exhibits. And somebody's showing off in the streets. You could be an artist of some sort, of street vendor. Easy street, I just heard. So this karmic thought they could take your life, your essence, your energy, your destiny, and they'd be on easy street. Synchronization, resonance, music, and emotion. Oh, this is going to resonate really, really strongly with you if this is your story. This is I just heard the world's smallest violin. So if somebody's feeling sorry for themselves, listen to take sound baths. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. Or music. Elevate your vibration if you're in your emotions right now, okay? Raise your vibrations. That's why you're here. You're high vibing. These people aren't, okay? This doppelganger isn't. You leave people feeling good when you walk out of a room. You don't take the wind out of people. You don't take the piss out of people. That's a true sign of a true, highly vibrating person. They leave people feeling better, not worse. So you're standing firm, or you stood firm, wide awake, clean, and decisive. You made clean, decisive decisions. You took swift action. That or the divine's standing firm, and he's going to be taking some very decisive action here. Wrong time, right time, wait. There's a breakup. So maybe they thought, okay, I'll let them go their own way. They know I cheated. I was an asshole, blah, 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 blah. I'm having fun having all this wild sex. And then when I'm done, when we break up, I'll just go back to my divine being. It doesn't work that way. Walking away, separation, and end. Change. This person's got to change their ways. Transformation, newborn evolution. Yep. They've got to ascend, okay? Encounter, meet by chance, love at first sight, and crush. So they're going to have to change before you come in contact with somebody else. A higher level soulmate that does match your vibrations. It sounds like maybe the divine's going to set this up for you should you be wanting another relationship. And they're going to miss out. They're going to be heavily punished for what they've done, disciplined. You might encounter this person because of a pet, dog, cat, or animal friend. Maybe you're taking your pet to the vets, or you're searching for a pet, or maybe your dog ran out of the house and a total stranger walking by caught them for you, and it's love at first sight. It could be anything, okay? So past life, hidden agenda, and street. People are talking. I keep hearing, oh, it's that Kesha song. It's been a couple of hours now. I'm trying to remember the song. That wake up feeling something like P. Diddy. I don't know if this has anything to do with P. Diddy or something. I don't know. I'm not a big Kesha fan. I can't remember the song, but this song's in my head right now. Just not the words, just the actual music. That might resonate with you. Past life, hidden agenda, street. Where are we going with this, please? Thank you. Family. They could have a family with this person, or you have a family with them. Blood ties, inner circle. So it could be, seems to be a family for the streets or something. Or they might be hitting the streets. Maybe they're getting evicted. Yeah, somebody's longing. You gave them a sense of family, I think, because you're their you are their family, a soul tie, right? You're their best friend. You got them, you understood them, you accepted them, and you never judged them. That was unconditional love. It might be complicated here because they might have a family with this other person. They're longing here. They're missing you. Let's talk in reunion. Smell the roses. Slow down. Take some you time. Get out in the nature. It doesn't matter who this is for. Everybody should be doing this, right? Waves. Emotions, worry, and fear. That does kind of hit us in waves, doesn't it? If you feel like this, please try to get out into nature, ground yourself. So that's basically ground yourself, go near water, go into nature. It is balm for the soul. It is. It is medicine for the soul. That and laughter and music. Envy, resentful, competitive discontent. Isolation, rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. Drowning, over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. So somebody doesn't feel like they can get out of this mire they're in. Possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. And it has something to do with soulmates. Like I said, maybe you're coming into a new soulmate connection. This twin flame wants to come back. It could be a false twin flame, a fallen twin flame, fallen angel, distorted masculine. What's the other words they use for a karmic twin? I don't know. Twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. Feminine energy. I can't make this stuff up. Gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. There's an epiphany. They found out who the real Slim Shady is, like I said. Right? Self-reflection, answered questions, and untapped talents. And you blocked them. Moved on, nothing to say, and stopped calling. Talk to the hand. You could be another angle to this. You might just accidentally bump into them on the street. Them and their family, or you and your family, or a family member's going to bump into them, and they're going to try to want to get into your energy again. You know what I mean? Hey, how's so-and-so doing? Yeah, tell them I said hi. Here, can I have their number? What are they up to? You know, where do they hang? Maybe they're going to try to bump into you. Or this could be somebody totally new coming towards you. I don't know. Where are we going with this read, please? Spirit guides, what is the message? Past life, hidden agenda, streets, and family. Thank you, Spirit. King of Wands in reverse. Poser, player. A follower, not a leader. Didn't do the right thing here, okay? He's full of ego. Very arrogant. Conceited. A coward. It's about their image. They bit off more than they could chew. They could be angry here. Could be a warlock, probably, no? Can't take the lead. Okay, thank you. That was a good one, Spirit. They can't seem to take the lead in their own fucking life. They get led by the nose. Somebody wants to come back, or they want you to come back. Eight of Cups, that's the overarching energy. They're very emotionally invested now. Now that it's over. This is a losing proposition wherever they are. They know it, okay? Somebody's going to cut their losses, I think. They're thinking about leaving, or they feel like they can't leave. Yeah, somebody was greedy and selfish. They were holding back. They didn't want to open up to you. They want protection. They don't want to let go of you. Four of Pentacles in the upright. They see you're stable and secure. Somebody's closed off here. Feeling closed off. Hanging on for dear life to something. You wound up with someone that's greedy and selfish for the streets, or that's what they were. Place yourself where you fit. You might, this might even be your story. It's just going on, what's going on in the background with these people. So just bear that in mind as well. And of course, this could be about you directly. So just use your discernment, okay? Four of Pentacles in the upright. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. They're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to stall something. They want to hold on to the past because they want to go back. They're still stuck in a past life cycle, a karmic cycle. They're stagnant. They're feeling stagnated. They're stagnating. They're getting some karma. Yeah, they want to go back. They want to go back into a partnership with you, a soulmate. Harmony, harmonious union. Because they were withholding from you, never opened up to you. They're receiving some karma. Life is stagnant right now. They want to return to you, or somebody wanted your destiny. For sure. This is not, there's no abundance here, okay? There's no fortune here. Somebody's holding back the fact that maybe they were in on it. They wanted their karmic to have your destiny. Wanted their karmic to be a divine being, which you can't do. It's stupid people thinking this way. I just heard rock the boat. Rock the boat, baby. Yeah. Six of Wands. Somebody's out in the public eye. Potentially you or them. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. Something's coming out into the open. Showing off publicly. Somebody just wants to win. They want attention. They were bragging, showing off. Yeah, opportunists here. Golden opportunity. Paid Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So they wound up with somebody. This is what I'm picking up. The minute they come home with the bacon, with the money, here comes the karmic. It's mine. Or the divine's going to be taking this away, this opportunity away. Somebody wanted to take your opportunity away from you. Oh, just let me just slide in there and just take your fucking opportunity, your blessings. Somebody's stable and secure. They're bragging. Look at the money I've got. Look how blessed I am. You could be out in the public eye. You overcame these mountains, these hardships. You're well above them. Or they think this money, taking from others, destiny, whatnot, opportunities, will afford them. They'll never come across any hardship in their lives. That's bullshit. Money doesn't protect you. I mean, it could protect you in certain ways, but you're still going to go through the highs and lows of life, maybe even worse. If you throw money at a problem and you think that that'll take care of it, eventually it's going to catch up with you and bite you in the ass. Yep. Competition. Feeling very conflicted, 5 of Wands. Could be a group of people. They paid people to do something. Competition, conflict, jealousy, drama, strife. They wanted you to be an option. A lot of fighting and drama right now. Over an opportunity, over money, stability, a new beginning. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it's 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. They want to be looked at as if this karmic, as if they're wish fulfillment. They wanted to be sought after. They want people to compete over them, for them. Because that's what I'm really picking up. They've got this idea of a divine being really wrong, ass backwards. It's not about being the prettiest, most handsomest, most fittest, sexiest, people wanting to sleep with you, people bowing down, kissing your ass, people giving you all kinds of things, you being better than everybody, you get in first class, you get in back, and they go into economy. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like that at all. Wish fulfillment. Somebody's very gluttonous. Somebody would be satisfied if they took you out, or somebody got injured physical. This is physical. 10 of Swords in reverse. Somebody needs to go into recovery, rehab. Somebody's a pathological liar. Narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. Very abusive. They like to show off. Look at all I own. Look at what I've got. Look at the meat on my bones. I eat good at night. Lobster. Steak. Tuna tartare. Where that came from. Maybe you'll love the tuna tartare. Somebody's a user and abuser. Cold, calculating, and cruel, very abusive. Out for themselves. Okay, it's a thief. A liar. Crude and cruel. No authority. Not very intelligent. They did too much. They overdid something. Okay? The lies, maybe. It's illumination. Letting go and letting God. It could be an arrest of some sort. Overcoming. They're acting like a victim or a martyr. You overcame, or people are seeing it for what it is. They can't stall anymore. Cause setbacks. They're getting let go. They have to surrender. Somebody's no longer wanting to struggle with this. Somebody's realizing they can get out of the situation. All they have to do is just let go of that fucking rope. Kind of reminds me of somebody that cries wolf, right? All the time. There's always some sort of emergency, drama. They need help. There's always somebody hurting them. They're forever the victim. You're not making any more sacrifices for this person. A lot of lies, illusions, deception, manipulation, moon in the upright. They're scared. There's a lot hidden here. Confusion. They're hiding quite a lot. You let go of this whole scenario. You knew this person was abusive. You used your intuition. Somebody's in their emotions. Yeah, you made a decision here. You made the right decision. Somebody's at a crossroads. They could be watching you from afar. They're secretly making plans. They were secretly looking down their noses at you. It's a warlock, a poser, a player. Bit off more than they could chew. King of Wands in reverse. It's all ego, right? It's about their image and what money can buy. They're immature, insincere, very childish. Page of Cups in reverse, having an emotional outburst. They could have been using some magic. It could be a warlock. Somebody could have lost a child, don't want children. They rejected you and abandoned you, or they're feeling this way. They're not sorry. Somebody's not sorry for what they've done. There's no new beginnings here. Yeah. They're immature. Okay, this is about a marriage or commitment. This is divine. They're no child of God. Spiritually high ranking. Dealing with institutions or belief systems or a contract. Seeking wise counsel. This could be a spiritual leader or judge or somebody that arbitrates for others. Yeah, it's proof and evidence. Somebody underestimated another. There's something to do with an investment. Somebody relied on a hoe here, okay? Started investing into a hoe. They invested in a hoe. They're looking back. Waiting. What are they waiting for? They underestimated you. You planted some seeds. They're growing. Could be test results too if they're sick. They found proof that there's a third party. Somebody's looking back. They want to reconcile with you. They're surrounded by pleasure seekers here, celebrating, partying all the time, spending a lot of money on that. That's what they invested in. Or they invested in a third party, or their third party invested in the third party. I don't know. People are talking, though. They want to reconcile with you. Self-love, true love. This is true love, new love, self-love. They're in their emotions, potentially. They want a new beginning. Something about energy. Emotionally fulfilling. They're thinking even if we can be friends. I mean, a twin flame, it doesn't have to be romance. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be work. This is a new beginning. This is emotional fulfillment and happiness, emotional support. Third party situation. They want to work together. They want to cooperate, communicate. It could be a contract. Yeah, somebody was greedy and selfish, jealous and lazy. Money motivated, bully. Jealous, I keep hearing that again. Corrupt, maybe. Spendthrift. Could be an ex-husband, I don't know. It doesn't have to be. It could be a female in this energy. Not very successful, not very generous at all. Not abundant. Whatever they gain, it's through ill-gotten gains. It's get-rich-quick schemes. Corruption. Yeah. Heading towards lack and loss. Going towards poverty. Or they left you this way. On the outside looking in. Could be sick as well. Could be facing homelessness, or you did because of this person. Yeah, got a lot of burdens. Or they placed burdens on your back. They had a point to prove where you were concerned. They're buckling beneath the weight of the weight of these burdens. They have to. I think somebody in the equation is very burdened, trying to show to the world, people on the streets, that they're very responsible. They can handle this, but they're just barely hanging on. It's all been lies. They've been lying to themselves. This is bad news. Okay, they were throwing rocks, hiding hands, lots of lies. They're feeling uninspired. There's no communication. They're burdened about some lies. Or somebody feels entitled. There's a drama starter. Somebody's very juvenile. They're always needing outside validation. They lied about a Queen of Pentacles or a wife. It could be a male in this energy. About their stability. About their work. They lied about being a mother. I don't know. Throwing rocks and hiding hands. This could be you. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. You're stable and secure. Yeah. It was unrequited love. They gave out false and misleading information. Whatever this was not reciprocal. You don't have any good memories of the past. There's a lot of trauma there. They never gave you your flowers. You don't have any good memories. There's not going to be a return. Somebody could have lost children. But there's definitely not going to be a reconciliation as it sits here. You peeped their game, okay? You foresaw something like that. You moved on. You're not looking back. I heard miles apart, so you might be at a distance. Somebody's heartbroken. It could be a third-party situation, definitely. But somebody's very heartbroken here. Somebody's moved on. Or they have to move. They need to take accountability. It's radical acceptance, and they need to bring back balance to a situation. To move forward, they really need to get on track. They need balance. They need to take control of a situation, their life, number one. You moved on regardless. You didn't stick around and put up with their shit. You overcame, persevered. It's universally driven. This is victory. Yeah, you're a star. You're moving on to be a star. There you go. Wish fulfillment. Congratulations. Wish fulfillment, divine intervention, divinity, a great deal of faith, prayer. You're a healer, you healed, and inspiration. Could be out in the public eye. Wish fulfillment, extreme happiness. Wow. It's family. You feel like family, maybe. There's a group of people. It's extreme happiness. Yeah. Spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you into calm waters. Six of Swords. Somebody could be transitioning. You're in the middle of transitioning, leaving one cycle to go into another, going to a happier place. Somebody wants to come meet you in calm waters, potentially. You know enough at one point. You need to move on. You know that Spirit's going to guide you. You don't really, your back is, you don't really know where you're going, but you know you're going somewhere. They can't keep you in your head. They can't block your vision, your sight. Somebody's about ready to embark in something. Start something new. Yeah. There's been no truth or clarity. There's been nothing but lies. No communication. Somebody's not very wise here. They're not very smart. They didn't use their canoodle. Somebody's words really cut another, I think. Very strong words. Strong, how can I say, strong words, forceful talk. You're very strong. You got your point across. Maybe you said I'll never speak to you again. I'm moving on. I'll never speak to you again. And you kept your word. You're very resilient. You're in control. You have the power here. You're brave. You're courageous. You're resilient. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. The truth is, you're stronger than them. You passed the test. Somebody was in their ego and in their pride. They were probably very lustful, wanting power and control. They thought, this is how I get respect. It's not. Yeah, it's all about spiritual inheritance, family, long-term stability, long-term relationships. Maybe other generations in your family line have gone through similar things. You're here to break the chains, right? For future generations. Holding back. Knight of Wands. They feel entitled. They were trying to impersonate you, this doppelganger. Somebody's in their ego big time. You can't tell this person nothing. They're holding back. They feel entitled. They're impersonating you. Could be forgery as well. Could be stealing your ideas, your achievements, your work. They felt entitled to having options here. It's illusion. Somebody's delusional. Hopeful, wishful thinking. Temptation. It's a poser, a player. They're finding out their own partner's got partners. There's a lot of secrecy going on here. Somebody's very angry. You're not speaking to them. Or this is what's going on in their world and has nothing to do with you. Or you're highly intuitive, you're very wise. You could be a tarot card reader, or you're dealing with one. They're angry at what the tarot card reader says, Five of Swords. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win. Ill-gotten gains, dishonorable. Again, the swords are not in this person's hand. Typically, you'll see it in their hand. They're not very smart. They're not thinking. They weren't thinking. They're sitting on their laurels. You're very wise. You know what's going on. They kind of went, whether it's your ex or it's this karmic, willing to do whatever it takes. Somebody's taking on some losses here. People are walking away from this scenario. It's not worth it at the end. They don't have the stomach to keep doing this any longer. Maybe they've lost a lot of people, friends and family, because of this nonsense. You know, seen through the illusions. You peep their game or they peep the other person's game. Distancing, detachment. You're not toxic, okay? You're not the karmic. The other one is the karmic. You don't do drama. You're not in your ego. You have no codependency issues, addictions, or obsessions. They can't bind you. They were willing to do everything, but they can't bind you. They're willing to do anything to get rid of, either the karmic was willing to do anything to get rid of you, or your ex is willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of the karmic now, the real karmic. You know what I'm saying? They can't bind you. Whatever contract they were trying to make with a spiritual contract, trading a divine feminine for a karmic, it's not binding. It's never going to work. It's never going to stick. Yeah, Four Swords. They're either contemplating, praying, strategizing. Someone's exhausted here. They need to rest, or you're at peace. You've healed. They're armored up. This could be you or someone else. They're dreaming here. Wish fulfillment, extreme happiness, truth and clarity, trust, healing. Something's come to light. They've been exposed. It's illumination. Maybe you had a hand, even while in your absence, you made them think. They're reviewing everything. The truth is here. They got their hand on the truth. It's not been spoken. All along, you were here trying to protect this person or protect yourself, or they're trying to protect themselves now. This is illumination. They want to heal. They want the truth now. They want people they can trust around them. And in your absence, this allowed them to come to that conclusion, that reality. You're standing in your power. You go your own way. You're very independent, confident, sure, bold. You're unafraid. You are a creator. You are a leader. You're attractive and you're attracting. Divinely protected and guided. You create something, okay? You create something. You're not out there trying to be the best, look the best, show off. You just are, okay? You're divinely protected with that black cat. Very spiritual. Poor judgment. They misjudged you. They judged you harshly. They don't want to take accountability. They're going to claim I didn't know. I wasn't aware. You don't act like that. You're a grown-up. So the judgment, they were under divine judgment. It's over now. There's time for karma. There's no second chances. Oh yeah, this is not their twin. They're finding this out. They made the wrong choice. They chose the mistress. It could be they chose the mistress over the divine being. I don't know. But the mistress is a real nut job. So I doubt. Oh, Archangel Michael just walked in. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. He sends his love. Thank you. I love you too. Woo. So they're finding out this other person's not their twin. And I think that's you. It could be somebody else in your question, but really, they would be in the reverse, I think, if it was them, because they're a nut job based off of the last read. Going all the way, okay? Insanely out of the, not in tune with reality. There could be a lot of fighting here. They're losing their home. They're locked out of their home. You stood your ground. You're divinely protected. I don't know. The party's over. You're losing stability. There's no redemption. They want to fight for you now, maybe. Or they sick somebody on you. Somebody's seeing what's going on. Okay, somebody has the advantage if this is you or someone else. Take it for whatever this is. Trying to block your way. 7 of Wands. Somebody's very defensive right now. Yeah. It could be children. It doesn't have to be small children. Could be adult children. Somebody's gathered some information. They're learning something. Something about payment. Could be divination as well. They don't want to lose this relationship. Maybe if you are a tarot card reader, they're trying to block you. Block your tarot channel if you have one, and or your business. Block your money so this person, your past partner, doesn't see you. You took a practical approach. There, you had a new beginning here. Somebody wants to learn. I think they want to learn. What is this? We're finding out. Fallen angel. They lost their position. Somebody went to extremes. They went too far here. There's no harmony, contentment, or peace. Somebody's addictions. They're sick. They're unstable. This was unfair, unbalanced. There will be no reconciling. Unless they get help, unless they heal. I don't know. I can't speak for you, nor would I want to. Somebody's batshit crazy. I just heard that. So the karmic is batshit crazy. Temperance in reverse. They have addictions. They don't want to heal this. They went to extremes, okay? Inappropriate behavior. They lost their position as a divine being. And so they took a big fall, right? Seeing it clearly for what it is. There's no more stalemate. No longer mentally conflicted. Not in denial. You see it for what it is. Somebody else sees it for what it is. You refuse to be a victim. Letting go. Opening up the heart chakra, possibly. Letting go of the illusions. See it clearly. Someone's delusional, wishful, hopeful thinking. This started off with temptation, probably. You know? Somebody got a lot of shit out of this deal. Sobek. Their hearts are being weighed. That reminds me of Sobek. Yeah. Temperance angel. They're looking at ways, maybe different ways. How are they going to get you back? How are they going to balance this out and reconcile with you? You're an earth angel. The angels are protecting you, guiding you. Or they're being guided. I don't know. They need to heal, though. Bring back balance to a situation. You're at peace. You poured all that love into yourself. Congratulations. If it's a past life soulmate, it's all about reuniting, right? Bringing back balance. Yeah, somebody's angry here. They're fighting. They got to calm down. They're trying to reason with another person. So I think their karmic is cheating on them. They got multiple options. They think they could smooth things out with your ex. But there's a lot of fighting. There's anger here. Jealousy and abuse, lies, rumor, gossip, and slander. Maybe that's what they said about you. Oh, they cheated on me, so I went to the karmic. At that time, they thought it was the divine being. It's not. It's a self-sabotage. They got to correct this, okay? They got to stop this bullshit. They're petty and they're cruel. This is news they didn't want to hear, but they're going to get it anyways. They didn't want to learn the lesson. They're going to learn it. They could be stalking, harassing you, watching you, spying. They're trying to remain, this could be you or someone else, male or female. They're trying to remain emotionally balanced. I tell you no lies. I just heard that. Somebody's very angry. They could be a father. It could be a father figure trying to give them some good sound advice. Because the King of Cups gives good advice. They love very deeply. But they remain stoic. I don't know. Got a big ego or something like that. They don't want people to see them being vulnerable or anything. They never opened up with you before they lied to you or they were lied to. About paternity possibly, or about their feelings. Or they lied to you in the past about their ability to, I don't know, as a seer. They could be an intuitive themselves. Remaining balanced. overcoming past. Somebody's overcoming something. This could be you or someone else. Putting up some boundaries. Blocked emotions, blocked intuition. A lot of emotional wounding. They're very defensive. They're side-eyeing people. They're looking over behind their back all the time. Feeling, I don't know, boxed in, I just heard. Trying to block something. Your forward motion. You foresaw this. So they're feeling vulnerable around you, or they know that you know. You always knew. You're looking at your future. They're looking at your future. Their future, I should say. You're not looking back. You're expanding your horizons. You're mapping out your future. Your ships are coming in. You foresaw what this is. You know exactly where you need to go, what to do, where you need to go. You could be at a distance, or they are. Plotting and planning. I want to be the king of the world. You're an artist. You're a creator. You have vision. Oh, yeah. You have vision here. You foresaw all of this. The tree of life. Isn't that funny? Hiding and cloaking. Somebody didn't want to be alone. They don't want to heal. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to do that soul work. They don't want to be found out. Or they never knew who they fucking were in the past. Or they didn't know this side of you before. It's not that they didn't know it. They never took the time to get to know you. They just projected, listened to everybody else's say-so, right? Never supported you. Scam artist, very insincere, having casual hookups all over the place. Never supported you, never, I don't know, wasn't even your friend at one point. They chased you until they got what they wanted, and then they were gone. Could have been doing spell work as well. Using people, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to hide and cloak that aspect of themselves, or this is the karmic that's trying to hide this. Yeah. Maybe they didn't want to be with you because it was too much like they'd have to grow up and mature and do the right things, but they didn't want you leaving. They didn't want you having friends. They didn't want you having love or support. Just a scam artist. Yeah. Removing obstacles. They're not renting space in your head. You let them go. You let them go. Or they're going to get let go. Something like that. You're not worried. They can't bind you if it's spell work. You're free. The worst that's happened. This is a nightmare. You're not worried. They're scared, maybe. They're going to be insincere. Or they have been insincere. Somebody's trying to bargain. Either they want to come back and get you back into your life, or this is the karmic wanting to come back into your ex's life. They're going to justify and rationalize what they've done, make excuses. But this could be your ancestors, or if they're screwing around with magic, it could be something else that's haunting them here. You're getting your justice. The worst has happened. It's balancing out. The divine's balancing this out. It's karma. It's a reckoning, right? They have to balance these scales. Eight of Wands. This is bad news. No, they tried to stop your forward motion, or this karmic tried to stop this union. There's heavy-duty prices to pay for that. Dragged to hell, I just heard. Ooh, they might be getting dragged to hell. 8 of Wands. This is bad news. It's a backfire. They're trying to block the fact that they lied about you. Page of Swords in reverse. They were jealous and abusive, petty and cruel, spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were stalking you. Maybe they got blocked. Angry, self-sabotage. Something's happening quickly. They could have been trying to attack you. There's fast communication, fast action. You are armored up. The truth has been spoken. This could be first responders, could be police coming in. Somebody's refusing to change, resisting change. Something's been going on too long. It's getting old. It's a permanent, profound ending. They might be sensing that you might be coming into contact with somebody new, or you have. They didn't want things to change. or the karmic can't unalive you, get rid of you. This is a big loss. Whatever this says, this is a big, big loss. Unable to overcome. They don't want these cycles to end. These past life cycles. They want to go from lifetime to lifetime. Fat chance of that happening here. Yeah, you remained emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, sweet, kind, nurturing, loving, unconditional love. Highly intuitive and psychic. We have counterparts coming in here. You're not afraid to open up. You're not afraid to say, I love you, I need you. You could be a mother, you don't have to be. You bossed up, took back your power. This could be your parents, their parents. Or this is a new partner coming in. And this could be you, an emperor as well, but this could be a new partner coming in. You have authority, spiritual and otherwise. Somebody's protecting their throne right now. They should have been protecting their throne and their partner's throne. They refused. Okay? This card always kills me because he's dressed in a pink robe. No shirt underneath, right? As an emperor. And he's like, oh yeah, I want that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a good emperor or not, or just funny. I don't know. But yeah, somebody's got power here. Take one good look at you and saying, yeah, that looks good. Can't get his eyes off you. Empress, I can't make this shit up. This is heavy duty twin flame. Putting past hurts behind. Somebody's going through a dark night of the soul. They're realizing the one they were with is really emotionally, mentally unstable. Well, this is it. It runs deep, okay? It runs spiritually deep, let's put it that way. What is this again? The well. There's layers to this. There's more to this than meets the eye. And it's as old as time itself. Okay? These people are messing around with things they know nothing about. And they think they're all that in a bag of chips. Oh, come on, well. So this is nurturing. Opportunity. Somebody's nature and creativity. Somebody's very creative. You're very nurturing, or they are. It seems like she's just sitting there waiting for her partner. Because a divine feminine, male or female, that's what they do. They attract. They do not chase. You'll never catch an empress chasing their partner. Being thirsty and chasing, and you know what I mean? You'll never catch them doing that. An emperor, on the other hand, is the one that takes the action. Male or female. If you're in your masculine energy, you take action. That's how it goes. A yin yang, the lovers. This is a high level soulmate connection. They know that new lover's coming in. And somebody's going crazy over this. They missed their opportunity. They can't play games. This person won't play games with you. They think it's unfair. The karmic felt it was unfair that you guys were high level soulmates. You were twins. You had that connection, right? Trust and believe when I say to be a twin, to be a divine being, it is not all fun and games. It's not a life of leisure. It is hardship. It is pain. It is losing everything over and over and over again and starting over and over and over again. It is being alone, being rejected, being hated, being attacked. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. Something didn't work. Someone didn't want to put the work in. They're not qualified to be a divine being. They're feeling sorry for themselves, bored and dissatisfied with life. Thinking, what's wrong with me? Feeling rejected and abandoned. All alone. They're regretting this because you're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Hard-working here. This is pre-Empress. So back in the day when you were around, they rejected you. But this is harvest time. You have 9 out of Pentacles. 9 out of 10 Pentacles here, okay? You're minding your own business. You're celibate. You're chaste. You get your downloads right from source. You're quite stable and secure. Independent. You don't need anybody. If they're in your life, it's because you want them there. They just wanted to harvest from you. Yeah, they were giving and receiving with others. They need to be single in order to come into union with you, and they need to heal. They need to do that shadow work and elevate. Okay? They need to be balanced between their dark and light energies, masculine and feminine energies, for them to come into union with you. And they didn't want to do that work. They'd rather prioritize other people. You were very generous with this person. You gave them enough time. It's a Tower. You get what you give in life. Okay? What they gave you, they're going to get. Okay? They're getting tossed out of heaven. That's how I just heard that one. The universe is coming in. This is bullshit. This is a redirect. Okay? It's going to happen quickly. It's going to be a shock. Somebody's a real bitch. They're jealous, vindictive, vile, angry, spiteful, a liar, bitter, dangerous, okay? Willing to do whatever it takes. You know, the type of person that walks around, male or female, that walks around life with a perpetual knot, their lips pursed, out of bitterness on their face. Talking shit all the time. Yeah. STD, blockages, no new beginnings. Something's coming back around again. This is a wicked clapback. Trying to block somebody from leaving, moving, progressing. This is unfinished business. Their world is upside down. They didn't want this to end. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They want you to go back into another karmic cycle with them. They think you're a fool. Somebody is a fool. Okay? You're underneath the umbrella of the universe. You took a leap of faith. You're unafraid. Okay? You're not taking much with you. The satchel is quite small. You don't have any good memories. You'd rather one loyal friend next to you than 50 people. You know what I'm saying? You know what's important in life. You have a new beginning. You're moving forward. Something's exciting here. You're very balanced in alignment. You made the right decision here. Somebody may be making a head over heart decision. They feel like a fool for juggling you. They got juggled now. They know what it feels like. They're trying to keep things afloat, balanced. Knight of Pentacles, they were unfaithful. They didn't want to put the work in. They were lazy. They didn't pass the test. They can't be trusted. They're lazy. Can't come correct. It was all illusions, manipulation, lies. They were two-faced, deceptive. Maybe doing magic. They ran out of money doing magic. They can't be trusted. I often say this, okay? If somebody's going to do magic again on you, to harm you, stop you, block you, any kind of baneful magic, even if it's love spells or lust spells to get you in their orbit, they can't be trusted at all. How can you trust somebody like that goes behind closed doors like a coward and does these sneaky things? You can't trust them. So they really blew it. Imagine, I can't imagine, I can't speak for God, but imagine if you were God. What would you think if one of the divines was doing baneful magic against their own partner? What would you think? That is, that's just taboo. You just don't do that. Typically, it would kill your partner to hurt you. There's loyalty. There's honor attached to this from the dawning of time. I don't know. I don't get it. Something went wrong. This is a past life connection. They wanted you to keep going back and forth. On the other hand, this could also be the karmic that has been part of your past lives, the both of you, and getting in between your union. So that could be a little, a different side to it as well. Deja vu, repeated patterns and karmic lessons. It's involving you, the divine feminine. Somebody wanted to be a divine feminine. What's it like to want? Hidden agenda. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. Authentic self, showing true self courageously. But that's just it. When you're a divine being, you're altruistic. You're not afraid to be who you are. You don't give a shit what people think. They can't live your life for you. But they tried. This one obviously did. They certainly can't tell you. They have no right to tell you how to live your life. Right? They can't tell you who you should be with and who you shouldn't. I know there's some cultures that do. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about some pissant, peon, panty ways coming towards you, telling you, yeah, no, don't go over there. They're not for you. I am. So it kind of looks like this divine masculine had no balls. Or lady balls, if it's a lady. They were led by the nose. They needed that outside validation. They didn't want to cross these so-called people and go towards you, their true self. So they're for the streets. Leave them in the streets, okay? People are talking in the streets, something to do with a family. You got a family with them. Or they have a family with them. Blood ties, inner circle. Synchronization. So everything's being recalibrated, I just heard, in terms of frequency. Resonance, music, and emotion. Listen to sound baths if you need to, to stabilize emotionally, your frequency as well. Somebody's longing you, missing you. Let's talk in reunion. Only take what applies. It is what it is, okay? They're getting their comeuppance. Maybe they were under, I'm not making excuses for your past partner, but maybe they were under some sort of form of spell work. But then that's up to them. They know right from wrong. Even when you're under spell work, they can't, you know right from wrong. Not to hurt other people. Even if you're under spell work, you can still say, nah, I'm not doing it. Okay? Maybe they were just using that as an excuse to mitigate, minimize their role. But that's not going to wash with the divine. He sees right through them. He sees the color of their heart. He weighs their heart. Yeah, Phoenix Rising. They want to make a return. Pop up on you, I just heard. But this is you. They want a second chance. But they're going to have to burn in that fire. Baptized by fire. All divines are baptized by fire. They're forged in fire. 9, Scorpio, transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. 9 again, 99, Cancer, rainbow. Wish granted, serendipity, blessing. Patience pays off, abundance, hope, good luck. Patience, promise, God's end. Creation, manifesting wealth, prosperity, perfect timing. It's all in God's perfect timing. He is the masterful magician after all. 1 Scorpio, another Scorpio, 91. Crystal ball, intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, perception, sixth sense, instinct, divination, future planning, ESP, past, present, future, gut reaction, inner knowing. So you've gone down this road before in the past and past lives. So that's why maybe something seems so familiar. You might be experiencing a lot of déjà vu. Not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Maybe your intuition concerning the situation and these people is very strong because you have gone through it before. 5, Taurus, 15. Broken vase, hardship, misfortune, trial, overcome crises. 2 step back, change of state, grief, fix it, opportunity, pressure, burden, destroy, adversity, accident, disappointments, and setback. 9, Sagittarius, 59. Ballet shoes, stamina, endurance, talent, repetition, effort required. And this person, your ex, unfortunately didn't want to put the effort in. I don't know what their problem was, but on your toes, honing a skill, laser focus, poison grace, tread lightly, balancing act, pursuit of arts, and expertise. Jack and Diane, 3, Gemini. If you're not aware of this song, it's by John Cougar Mellencamp. He goes by both names, John Cougar and John Cougar Mellencamp. Broken heart. And this could be somebody that they had from childhood sweetheart they went back to, this karmic, or you could be the childhood sweetheart, because that's what it's about. Broken heart, heartbreak, interference, sorrow, grief, funk, sadness, mourning, distress, letdown, gloomy, hopelessness, regret, crises, unhappy, hurt, bitter, devastated, and emotional pain. Dear John, bye-bye, Capricorn 5. So that could be 93, 35. Take it for whatever it is. Doesn't have to mean anything, but just on the off chance for a few of you. Broken vases. You know that old saying, when you break a vase, Sure, like the Japanese, they use gold, right? Most people will throw out the vase, the broken vase. It's not worth fixing, blah, blah, blah. Buy another one. But the Japanese will take their time. They'll clean up. They'll pick up every shard of porcelain, ceramic, whatever it's made out of. And they'll get gold. And they'll delicately piece it back together, one piece after another, held together with the gold. And it looks even more beautiful than it originally was. Because in the Japanese culture, to them, it's worth more when you piece it together. There's nothing you can't fix, right? It won't look the same as it was at one point. Maybe it might be more beautiful, maybe not. Not everybody's going to like it. But instead of buying new, they hold on to things that they revere, respect, that they value. They don't throw it away like trash, like a relationship. You value these things. You nurture them. You put the work in. You repair what's broken. You take the time. You're mindful. Faith, wishing, praying, and hoping. You're the original. You're the original divine feminine. That's Slim Shady. You planted these seeds, right? They're growing now. Initiation, creativity, and vitality. They want plant seeds with you. Frozen. Not speaking, stonewall, not taking action. You're not speaking to them. Maybe stonewall, they're frozen out. Place that where it belongs. I don't know who. Somebody's got it. Their heart's frozen over. Magnifying glass. So in these divine unions, the contracts, there's a lot of stipulations, a lot of laws, a lot of do's and don'ts. Okay? They got proof now as to who the real divine feminine is, showing proof, validation, confirmation of finding the truth. They broke this contract. And they're going to have to ask for it. Or they're going to have to answer for it. Somebody could be transitioning. There's change here, butterflies. Somebody was trying to build a life off of your energy, your name, your destiny, savings. They wanted to hold on to you, possibly put you in a corner while they went and played. And when they were done with this karmic, they'd come back. When they were trying to take what was yours, your energy, your money, your spiritual inheritance, and give it to the karmic. Preservation, collection, and meanness. We're just meanies. Wearing a mask. Somebody wanted to be you. You can't be original, right? The mask is being ripped off. They caused a lot of drama. Somebody was blind to it. I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh, they're spiritually blind. Thank you, Spirit. Disturbance. Something supernatural is happening because they were playing with magic. Or they're mentally, emotionally disturbed. One's piggybacking off the rest. The other, I should say. Somebody was really being carried by your energy, by your essence, something. Carrying another. Merit making. And eternal love. Damn. It's a higher level soulmate connection, that's for sure. Twin flame. Love is eternal. Relax. You're at peace here. They were protesting against you. You might, yeah, you're very blessed. They don't want you having these blessings. They're stressed. They're stressed. Why? They're facing homelessness. Oh, well, that's a big failure. It could also be homelessness on this realm. Yep, they're losing their home, their stability, but homelessness in terms of heaven. Locked out of heaven. You are their home, okay? You are their home. You were their home. And now they're homeless. They shot where they ate. End of. Hope you like the read. Congratulations. Until next time, take care.